Hey everyone, and welcome back to Timeless Knowledge Discoveries. I'm your host, Noah Lobby, and today, we're embarking on a fascinating journey around the globe, not with our passports, but with our minds. Have you ever stopped to think about how different going to school is depending on where you live? From bustling city classrooms to remote village schools, the way we learn and grow varies dramatically. Think about this for a second. Imagine a student in Finland starting school at age 7 with plenty of time for play and a curriculum focused on holistic development. Now picture a student in South Korea, deeply immersed in a highly competitive academic environment from a young age. These are just two glimpses into the diverse world of education. But the big question we're tackling today is, education systems around the world, which ones work best? It's a question that sparks debate among educators, policymakers, and, well, anyone who's ever been to school. So, buckle up, because we're about to dive into some surprising histories, fascinating facts, and maybe even uncover some secrets to educational success. To truly understand where we are today, we need to take a little trip back in time. The concept of formal education isn't as ancient as, say, the pyramids, but it has evolved in incredible ways across different cultures. In ancient Greece, thinkers like Plato and Aristotle established academies that laid the foundation for Western intellectual tradition. Imagine those early discussions, held in open-air settings, shaping the very way we think about knowledge. Meanwhile, in ancient China, the imperial examination system, which emerged centuries before Christ, aimed to select officials based on merit and knowledge of Confucian classics. Talk about high-stakes testing. This system, though different from modern schooling, highlights a long-standing emphasis on education for societal advancement in East Asia. And let's not forget the vibrant intellectual centers of the Islamic Golden Age, where scholars made groundbreaking advancements in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine, preserving and expanding upon classical knowledge. Libraries like the House of Wisdom in Baghdad were treasure troves of learning, attracting intellectuals from across the globe. What's fascinating is that while the content of education varied wildly, the underlying human desire to pass on knowledge and skills to the next generation has been a constant thread throughout history. These early forms of learning, often reserved for elites, gradually paved the way for the more widespread and, in many parts of the world, compulsory education we see today. Fast forward to the present, and we find a breathtaking array of educational philosophies shaping classrooms worldwide. Let's zoom in on a few distinct approaches. Take Finland, for example. Often lauded for its consistently high performance in international assessments, the Finnish system emphasizes play-based learning in early years, a later start to formal schooling, minimal standardized testing, and a highly respected teaching profession. Teachers are seen as experts and are given a great deal of autonomy. It's a system built on trust and a belief in the intrinsic motivation of students. Now, let's hop over to South Korea. Here, the educational landscape is often characterized by intense academic pressure and a strong emphasis on standardized tests, particularly the Sunyang, the National College Entrance Exam. While this system has contributed to impressive academic achievements, it also faces criticism regarding student stress and well-being. The dedication and hard work of Korean students are undeniable, reflecting a deep cultural value placed on education. Then there's the Montessori approach, developed by Italian physician and educator Maria Montessori. This philosophy centers on child-led learning, hands-on activities, and mixed-age classrooms, fostering independence and a love for exploration. You'll often see carefully prepared environments with specific materials designed to engage children's natural curiosity. And what about the Waldorf or Steiner education? Originating from the work of Rudolf Steiner, this approach emphasizes holistic development, integrating arts, movement, and practical skills alongside academics. It often features longer learning cycles with the same teacher and a focus on nurturing creativity and social-emotional growth. These are just a few examples, and each system, shaped by its unique cultural, historical, and societal context, has its own strengths and weaknesses. There's no one-size-fits-all answer when it comes to education. Alright, time for some fun facts that might just blow your mind about schools around the world. Did you know that in some countries, like Germany, apprenticeships play a huge role in vocational education? Instead of solely focusing on classroom learning, many students combine school with hands-on training in a specific trade. It's a fantastic way to gain practical skills and enter the workforce directly. And get this, in Japan, students often take on the responsibility of cleaning their classrooms and even serving lunch. It's not about saving money, it's about fostering a sense of community, responsibility, and respect for their learning environment. Talk about teamwork. Here's a quirky one. In Denmark, there's a tradition called carnival in some schools, which can involve dressing up in costumes and having fun celebrations. It's a way to break up the routine and foster a sense of joy and community within the school. And finally, did you know that in some parts of the world, particularly in rural or remote areas, education might involve mobile schools, literally classrooms on wheels or boats, to reach students who otherwise wouldn't have access? Talk about innovation and dedication to ensuring education for all. These little glimpses into different school cultures remind us that education isn't just about textbooks and exams. It's also about traditions, values, and the unique ways societies prioritize learning. So, after our whirlwind tour, we come back to our central question: which education systems work best? Well, the truth is, there's no definitive winner. What constitutes a successful education system is complex and depends on various factors, including societal values, economic conditions, and cultural priorities. However, by looking at consistently high-performing systems and innovative approaches, we can glean some valuable insights. One recurring theme is the importance of investing in teachers. Countries with strong educational outcomes often have rigorous teacher training programs, provide ongoing professional development, and offer competitive salaries and respect for the profession. When teachers are supported and valued, the entire system benefits. Another key element seems to be a focus on equity and access. Systems that strive to provide quality education for all students, regardless of their socioeconomic background, tend to have more positive overall outcomes. This can involve targeted support for disadvantaged students and a commitment to inclusive learning environments. Furthermore, a holistic approach to learning that emphasizes not just academic achievement, but also social-emotional development, creativity, and critical thinking appears to be crucial. Education isn't just about memorizing facts. It's about nurturing well-rounded individuals who can thrive in a complex world. Finally, continuous evaluation and adaptation are vital. Successful education systems are not static. They constantly review their practices, learn from research, and adapt to the changing needs of their students and society. This involves open dialogue and a willingness to innovate. It's also important to remember that what works best can be defined in different ways. Is it solely about test scores? Or should we also consider student well-being, engagement, and the development of essential life skills? These are crucial questions to ponder as we evaluate and strive to improve education globally. So, as we wrap up our global educational adventure here on Timeless Knowledge Discoveries, it's clear that the world of learning is incredibly diverse and constantly evolving. While there's no single best system, by examining different approaches and understanding their historical roots and cultural contexts, we can gain valuable insights into what truly matters in education: dedicated teachers, equitable access, a holistic approach, and a commitment to continuous improvement. What are your thoughts? What aspects of education systems around the world did you find most surprising or inspiring? We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Thank you for joining me, Noah Lobby, on timeless knowledge discoveries. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of education, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more fascinating explorations, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Keep that curiosity burning, and we'll see you next time.